again with another Friday closing green, AMC showing strength. We obviously got the full moon pop. It was on Tuesday where we got the big pop, but we started going up on Monday. Like I said, that was very much a potential because the full moon fell on Sunday and we got the climax energy the following week. And obviously on Monday, we went 6%. And then on Tuesday, we went 20%, 2 days after the full moon. And like I said, the full moon moves happen 3 days before or after the full moon. And clearly we got that. You can clearly see it right here in the chart. We had the full moon right here over the weekend on the 22nd on Sunday. And we started going up the day before on that Friday. We had green. It was only 1%, but that's a good sign. And we had a little bit of an increase of volume. And then on Monday, the day after the full moon, obviously we had a big push of volume, went almost 7%. And the following day, we went to 20%. So if we follow the normal trend that we typically do during the waxing phases and waning phases, you already know we have entered the waning phase and we're most likely consolidating, waiting for the new moon and waiting for that full moon for a big full moon push within 3 days before or after for that matter. And I would say that after the full moon, as long as we're moving on the full moon, the move can continue happening after the full moon. You could clearly see that right here. We had a full moon over here on the 26th, and then the next day we had another big day. The following day we had another big day, and the following day we had a neutral day followed by a 22% day, and then finally we had a 95% day. So I was kind of hoping that we were going to have something similar to that. The technicals were kind of lining up on the squeeze, but it doesn't look like it was following this pattern like it did over here. And we simply did the normal full moon pop, which was a nice pop. I mean, this full moon brought us 2%, 7%, 20%. So we almost went 29% on that full moon pop. Hey, I'll take it. But here we are. But we didn't go above the $46 level. You know, I've been looking for the $46 level because that would have put us above the previous waxing phase. And that would have told me we were in squeeze type of energy, whether it was gamma squeeze, short squeeze. But we didn't. We did go above 46, but we didn't stay there. We didn't close there. We didn't stay there. Therefore, the setup didn't come in for us to have a big move according to the moon phases. Okay, so the big levels we're looking for on this to see any type of big move, it's going to have to be before 46. But we're in a waning period when the background is black, okay? This is a time where we're letting go. Things aren't necessarily growing at this time. And we never really seen a really big pop during a waning period unless it was after the energy of the full moon like we had on the 26th eclipse in May. Okay, so for this coming week, we have another week of a waning moon phase period. So this coming week, we're probably going to consolidate. What I'm looking for is consolidation so we can build it back up for the new moon. Okay, so the levels we're going to be looking at are this $38 level is probably a really good low point because that was the high point on this waxing, and then we went past that on the full moon. Okay, so that kind of tells me that that's a really good level of support, the $38 range, high 38, low 39s. Okay, now the low that we potentially can have before we have the new moon phase where we go when the moon starts growing again, the lowest we could probably go is where this red line is, and that's going to put us around the $28, high $28, $29 range, and that would be like the absolute lowest because you could clearly see here that's the lowest we went on the last waning, and it doesn't look like we're going to get that low, but if we were to get that low, that's a serious buying opportunity. But honestly, I say anything under 38 is a pretty solid buy because more than likely on this next moon phase, waxing phase, we're going to be above the $38 level. Okay, so are you guys with me? If you're this far in this video, I know you hit that like button because if you didn't, you shouldn't even be here. Okay, shout out to all the Moon Lords. Shout out to the Moon Lord Discord. It's going down there always. If you guys are a Moon Lord and you're not part of the Discord, check us out at the Market Moon Lord. That Discord is always popping. Check us out on Twitter. There's a lot of Moon Lords on Twitter. All the Moon Lords should start dropping their Twitters because I'm noticing a lot of Moon Lords on Twitters. So you guys go ahead and put your Twitter in the comments. You guys, everyone follow everybody. I'm following all the moon lords that I know of. If I didn't follow you yet, it's because I don't know you're a moon lord and I want to follow you. So let me know, okay? And if you are a moon lord and you haven't subscribed, you know you're fucking up. You need to go ahead and subscribe. You need to go ahead and be on our motherfucking Discord. So hopefully we're all on the same page with the new moon phase. We're still in a waning period. It looks like on the 7th of September is the new moon phase, which will be not this coming week that I'm doing the DD4, but the week after that. Okay, so we just need to survive. In my mind, we just need to survive this next week, and then the next week, September, looks extremely interesting for a pop. Welcome to the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Okay, so when I recorded that video, the first part of this video, it was yesterday, right after market open or right after market close. I was super hype. I think it's a combination of just the exciting week we had, and the fact that we have all this Virgo energy that's totally opposite of my sun, my moon, my north node, and my Mercury. So I'm like, I don't know, the opposition to all my energies got me a little hype. I've been going through some personal things, nothing too crazy, but I've been dealing with some shit, right? It's got me feeling some type of way out here. You guys got to remember, I am a Pisces. I don't even know what energy I'm going to wake up with sometimes, right? Like sometimes I'm a saint and sometimes I'm a monster. It's true. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. I got stellium and cap. Like, trust me, I got a contradiction of energies, guys. But I may have sounded a little angry in yesterday's video, but I really wasn't. I was just hype, feeling myself, talking shit. Some people like to talk shit sometimes, all right? If you don't feel like dropping a like, don't drop a like. It's all good. If you want to drop a dislike, I feed off haters, okay? So that's cool too. And if you just want to stay neutral, it's all good, guys. It truly is all good. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here, whether you're a moon lord or not. I appreciate everybody. And yeah, it's all love. It is all love. But hey, you're either with me or against me. And if you're against me, you're gonna lose. I'm just joking, guys. Chill. I think this Virgo energy just got me a little hype. That's all. But I need to ground myself. I'm cool today, guys. I'm cool and collected. This Virgo energy, you guys know Virgo rules. Being analytical, being consistent, being logical, practical, paying attention to the details, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, all about the details when it comes to Virgo, okay? So since we're talking about Virgo, and since I'm all into the details today, I just want to talk about, some of my past predictions that we've been going over, I would say, the last month and how they played out. Because, the stock is getting so heavily manipulated that we're not really getting the price action moves that we typically would have gotten months ago when this all started. It's almost like, we can even see it in the technical analysis where it looks like it's forming a bull flag and then it drops down. There's a whole bunch of BS going on here. But we can still use astrology to predict other things that are going on with the company. For example, I was saying like a month ago that there was a lot of changes with management with Adam, and then they announced him being the chairman, which made him the chairman, president, and CEO. I was literally talking about that about 2 weeks during those 2 weeks before that happened. I mentioned it twice in 2 videos that there was going to be a change with the management, and sure enough, we got it. And then I told you guys that the earning call was going to be very good. We're going to beat the price predictions with the company revenue. I said we're going to have a lot of good news. I said they were going to announce some futuristic branding that they were going to do, and they're going to announce some new unique ways of running the company. They announced the live sports that they were looking to do for exclusively with ESPN, and they also mentioned getting into crypto, NFTs, and whatnot, which would be amazing for the company. And I mentioned how there was going to be merger opportunities with the company, and I'm still seeing more of that in the chart, which I talked about last week. And they announced on that merging call that they're in talks with GameStop, which is phenomenal, fucking amazing. I told you guys that the manipulation is slowly coming to an end, but we're still dealing with it, but we're clearly making moves to the manipulation side of things. The SEC is definitely doing the same thing. There's moves being made there, especially behind the scenes, which we spoke about. I also spoke about how last week would be super, super volatile, and that was clearly happening. I've been talking about a lot of legal matters getting solved, and we're getting new rules getting passed like every week and shit. So things are moving right along, guys. It's just not really reflecting in the price action, but it's a simple buy and hold. I've never really made squeeze predictions. I tell you guys when we might be in squeeze territory, which has been very rare. Okay, so I'm doing my best to give you guys the information that I can give you guys along with while all this manipulation crazy stuff is happening. Okay, so I hope you guys are sticking with me. Shout out to all the moon lords out there that are doing their own DD. I'm definitely listening to you guys. Shout out to John, the White Rabbit. He's definitely doing a lot of work with his DD, which I appreciate, because we're all trying to help each other, guys. You know, shout out to Mystic with her DD, with her tarot readings. Shout out to Havana with all his DD. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Monty, also doing his thing. Shout out to Emily. You know she's doing her thing. Keith Gill, Joey. Shout out to all you guys, all right? And if I didn't say your name, I apologize. But you guys are all in my thoughts. So let's continue to spread the DD. Let's continue to spread the love. Everyone continue to stay calm and collected. This is an emotional game. And the real game is simply buy and hold. Buy and hold. Buy and hold. It's really easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay? So I have Monday pulled up for AMC, 9:30 a.m. like we always do. We're going to focus on the overall picture, not really price action, and see what we see. Okay? This is literally my first time doing this. You guys know I do it off the rip. But at the same time, this is how I always do things. And I take this very, very seriously. I'm not going to say something I don't mean. I'm not going to say something I don't see. Okay? And, you know, when you guys ask me questions throughout the week, what do I think? It's really, you guys can just go reference this video. Okay? Because I stand by everything that I say. And I just keep it moving. I don't really, spend too much time going back on what I'm thinking. Okay, I think what I think. If it plays out, great. If it doesn't, oh well, it happens. I'm right more than I'm wrong. What can I say? You know, I'm being a Virgo today. I'm just giving you guys the details. I'm right more than I'm wrong. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do about that? You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? All right. So we have 9:30 pulled up for AMC. First thing I want to look at is the sun sign because it looks pretty interesting. Oh no, that would be Mars looking pretty interesting. So we have a Mars square Mercury 0 degrees on Monday. You guys know most of the time when we get Mercury energy, whether there's good aspects or bad aspects, it moves the stock. Last week I said, hey, we have a Mercury square Mercury, and I said the same thing. If there was a bad angle, that moves the stock, and usually in a positive direction. When we get the natal Mercury of AMC getting aspects, we know Mars is nothing but energy, a surge of energy. Sure, it can represent cutting, but when it deals with Mercury, it's more about the communication and the details and things happening with content and writing, deal making, fine tuning the details. Just a lot of talk on AMC with that energy. Okay, a lot of energy towards AMC with that energy. Mercury really moves the stock market, and that looks really, really good. I pull up on the Mercury over here, and it still has the square to Neptune. It's literally had the entire time. Neptune moves so slow, still doing the manipulation. But we know that there's certain moves happening to stop the manipulation. Jupiter's retrograde, going back to Aquarius, trying to help the people. We know Jupiter rules the legal system, justice. Okay, so right off the bat on Monday, we have a lot of Mercury energy. I fuck with that. Okay, that's going to bring volatility on Monday for sure. More than likely to the upside. Now I look at the transiting Mercury. Look at what it's doing. It's doing a trine to the ascendant and a trine to Venus over here. And that's very, very sexy energy. Mercury getting hit with Venus could show merger type energy, could show lots of deals being made. Definitely lots of deals being made. And this is happening in Virgo, the end degrees of Virgo for that matter. Oh, excuse me. This is a 0 degree Libra. Okay, so Mercury changes signs. 0 degrees, the most powerful degree of zodiac, while making a 0 degree trine to the ascendant, which is also 0 degrees Aquarius. What? Okay, that's very, very interesting. Very, very bullish. This is like a new chapter. This is happening in air energy. Okay, air energy is communication, is news. Okay, so I definitely expect a lot of news happening for AMC this week. And since Libra deals with the artists and deals with the arts, it deals with theater. It looks like we're going to be dropping a lot of good movies, and it definitely looks like people are going to be going to the movies this week. I know we're pulling up on Labor Day or something like that soon. I know that's a good weekend for AMC. I know a lot of people go to movies then. Okay, so definitely look out for big announcements with some movies being put out, big numbers when the movies get put out this weekend, and just a lot of energy towards AMC. A lot of communication towards AMC, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of branding, aesthetic changes happening with AMC with this aspect to Venus, which deals with the aesthetics, it deals with beautifying things, okay? Venus also rules money in astrology, so that's good for money, bringing money to AMC, okay? So coming into Monday, we got a lot of Mercury energy. I fuck with that. I definitely fuck with that. A lot of communication with AMC. Now, Venus is square Jupiter, but these are two very beneficial planets making an angle to each other, which can be very expansive. Not to mention Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer, where it belongs, where it is for AMC, and then Venus belongs to Libra. So both of these planets are very strong. Both of these planets want to produce really good results. So even with this square, I'm not worried about it at all. If anything, it's just going to bring more upside, more expansion like energy. So I'm not interpreting that as a bad angle, okay? Now, Jupiter sextiling Mars, okay? So we go up on Mars over here, and Mars is making a square to Mercury, which is awesome because anytime Mercury gets energy, it moves the stock more than likely to the positive side. I do not like to sextile to Saturn. Saturn is a cutting energy when it hits Mars for AMC. I don't like that, I'm not going to lie. But then Mars is making a sextile to Jupiter, which is very expansive like energy, very positive energy, very good for legal matters because Mars is a warrior, wants to fight. Jupiter wants justice, and Saturn wants the structure, the foundation to be solid. Okay, so this is like, in Mars square Mercury, it's almost like Mars is getting forced to deal with something, deal with the details. But it looks like it's going to bring justice. It looks like it's going to bring structure. Okay, so Mars is pretty lit coming into Monday. And these aspects are going to last a little bit throughout the week. So I'm definitely feeling what I'm seeing so far for AMC. The sun is making a perfect one degree off sextile to the North Node over here. And I'll draw it right. Oops. Maybe next time. I'll draw it right here. So here's the North Node. And it's making a sextile to the sun. And we can see that the sun is 7 degrees Virgo, and this is 6 degrees Scorpio. Earth and water, they go together. So yeah, this very interesting aspect for AMC. And the sun is like the CEO. The sun is like the company reputation. North Node is in Scorpio, that deals with the hidden things happening behind the scenes. Okay, so definitely look for moves happening behind the scenes, and it could be brought to light with all this Mercury energy. It looks like they're trying to make some type of transformation, the company CEO. the company management is trying to transform something with the company. And there could be another change with Adam of some sort with this type of energy. I'm not going to lie, but it's more than likely a positive change. But there could be some type of transformations, adjustments getting made with the company's reputation, CEO, the power, their resources, all that kind of stuff. We look at the moon, it's making a sextile to Uranus. That typically does move the stock positively, definitely makes it volatile for sure. The moon is also in the sign of Gemini, which is a Mercury sign, which could also show lots of communication towards AMC this week. I'm really feeling that. And then I look at the Uranus, and this was happening last week, the sextile to Saturn and Uranus, and that's volatile energy because it made it volatile last week. And now that's getting a hit with the moon. This is, to me, very positive volatility. Okay, and then Jupiter is making a sextile 0 degrees to the sun. We know Jupiter has to do with justice. We know the sun has to do with company reputation, the company CEO, management. Okay, and this is like justice getting brought to AMC, getting the retrograde. Jupiter hitting it sextile to the sun, but it's retrograde. Okay, so I more so expect things to really complete when Jupiter is done retrograding and then goes forward and then hits that sun again. Okay, that's when things are really going to be complete with the justice. That's going to be happening the middle of October, so stay tuned for that. But trust me, guys, the justice is coming. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up Tuesday for AMC. Wow, I can't believe I've been recording for 15 minutes, so I'm going to really speed this up. Okay, so coming into Tuesday, what I really like to change what's happening with the moon is still in the sign of Gemini, which is a Mercury sign, which is communication, fast communication at that, because Gemini rules fast traveling, short distance travel. Gemini is a very fast moving sign, okay, and it's opposite Mercury. Okay, so moon is in a Mercury sign, opposite Mercury. So Mercury is getting one of my favorite things. It's getting aspected from the moon. Opposition. You guys know opposition is opportunity. Obstacle turn into opportunity. Definitely expect news this week. Wow. Okay, lots of Mercury energy. Mercury is now only trying the ascendant. It's no longer making the trine to Venus, but it's still trying the ascendant. The first house of AMC also deals with the persona, what's getting presented to the world AMC-wise. So yes, news coming into Tuesday or Monday. Man, moon opposite Mercury. Mercury is also making a square to Mars, like 0 degrees now. Square. Wow, I tell you what, man, Mercury is lit this week. I like seeing that. Okay, so that looks really, really awesome. What else changed coming into Tuesday? It looks like the sun makes a sextile to the moon. So the moon is really active this yesterday. Yesterday that this moon was making an aspect to Uranus, and now the actual moon for AMC is making a sextile to the sun. So a lot of moon energy. The moon deals with the masses, the people, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of news with people. I'm seeing a lot of news with the company. I'm seeing a lot of news with the stock market in general revolving around AMC. Coming into Tuesday, it looks very, very volatile. Monday looks volatile. Tuesday looks volatile. It does look positive because of the Mercury energy. I don't care if it's getting bad aspects. Mercury, 80% of the time, if whatever aspect is getting, it moves the stock to the positive side. Okay, and this sun is still getting sextile to Jupiter, so we have a lot of good energy mixed in with some turmoil. Okay, that's no lie, and we still have the Saturn sextiling Mars. I am happy we're not really getting any heavy Pluto stuff going on here. And I know we're getting that Saturn energy I don't particularly like, but we're getting it mixed in with Mercury energy, and I'm going to let Mercury overpower that energy. Okay? So, yeah, Tuesday also looks phenomenal for news, catalyst type news, or just a lot of attention to AMC, changes with management, branding, Adam's making moves. Okay, it may not reflect in the price action, but this chart looks like a lot of things are getting turned. Okay, things are in definitely in play here. Things are definitely getting changed. Management and the company are definitely making moves. That's without a doubt. And I also see a lot of justice in this chart with all this Jupiter energy, all this moon energy, all this Mercury energy. I see a lot of justice. I see a lot of people looking at the details, and this is really good for the manipulation. Okay, so let me pull up Wednesday. Okay, so I got Wednesday put up. It's an exciting week. I mean, look what's going on with the moon. The moon is now making a lunar return, meaning the moon went all the way around and it's about to hit AMC's moon sign again on Wednesday. That's bullish. That's what's up. That's good for the stock. And the moon is making a trine to Neptune, which is also good for their stock. Really good for the imagination, Hollywood, the illusion that Neptune rules the illusion, especially in Pisces, which was why Pisces rules Hollywood, which is why this is very good for AMC. Not to mention, it's making a conjunction to AMC's moon. It's definitely the moon is like a tide. Moon is like gravity. Okay, so there's a lot of energy getting pulled to AMC with this type of aspect, and I like that. I like that a lot. It is making a square to Mars, but Mars is just a lot of energy. And Mars, Mars is pretty lit this week. It's getting in conjunction from Mercury. So we have Mars square Mercury, and now the transiting Mercury is pulling up on the natal Mercury of AMC. That's interesting, making a conjunction. So man, I tell you what, there's going to be lots of news this week. This is going to be jam-packed week of just news and communication around AMC. We're probably going to be trending on all over Twitter this week, and we're probably going to have reason to trend. Okay, so hey, maybe this week is going to be very, very good week for AMC, but without a doubt, there's going to be lots of communication around AMC. It looks like Venus is now making a sextile to Mercury. Let's go. It's too much Mercury energy this week. Wow. This is probably the most jam-packed Mercury energy week we've had in a very long time. Okay, so Mercury is getting a square from Mars, square from Neptune. Now it's getting a sextile from Venus. Venus wants to beautify things, okay? Venus wants to make things happen, find balance. Mercury wants things to also come into place nicely. So merger-like energy for sure with this type of thing. Keep in mind, Mercury's in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is justice, okay? So it's a very like a justice-like energy as well. A new balancing-like energy as well, okay? So Wednesday looks very, very, very interesting for some interesting moves, some interesting conversations, and now Pluto's getting involved. It's getting a trine for the sun, and I said that it looks like AMC wants to transform something, okay? And now look at this, okay? The sun is 9 degrees Virgo, is making a sextile to the North Node, and now it's in the North Node is in Scorpio, which is a Pluto sign, and now the Pluto is now also making a hit with the sun. And so this is transformation. This is very transformative energy. So I expect a lot of volatility on Wednesday. I do also can see some type of action being taken with the company, and the company could be making a major move this week. Okay, and it could deal with like a takeover. It could deal with them trying to buy something. It could deal with them letting go of some of their weight of some sort, cutting some dead weight. It could be them using their resources to get something or make some type of move behind the scenes, because this is happening with Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. That's behind the scenes like energy, but it looks like a big move is pulling up on AMC. I'm not talking price action. I'm talking about for the company. They're making some type of big transformation this week, or trying to make a power. This is like a power play. All right, they're making a power play this week on AMC. I'm like almost for sure on that. And look at the midheaven. It's getting a trine from Neptune, a trine from Pluto, and a trine from Mars. Pluto and Mars is like the two warriors trying to take care of business, trying to transform something. Okay? So Wednesday looks very volatile to the upside, more than likely. But, this price action shit is crazy, okay? And we are in a waning phase, okay? This week is going to be volatile, but it's going to be jam-packed week of news. It's going to be a very exciting week either way, okay? So let me pull up Thursday. By the way, I missed it, but yesterday on Wednesday, the moon was trying the North Node as well. So the North Node was getting a trine from the moon, and it was getting a sextile from the sun. So this is a lot of North Node energy, a lot of destiny-like energy, a lot of power moves like energy. Now coming into Thursday, we have the sun, or we have the moon conjunct Jupiter. This is very expansive energy because Jupiter wants to expand things. The moon is also like gravity, so this is very good energy for AMC getting the tension getting pulled to it and it expanding things, okay? That's for sure. I really, really, really like what I'm seeing there. And then I come up on Mercury, and it's now getting a 0 degree trine from Venus. So Mercury's been lit all week, okay? We be getting news every single week with that aspect. And now Mercury's making an exact conjunction to Mars, 0 degrees. So this is like, a lot of a lot of the energy getting built up could be kind of getting exploded on Thursday. And then the Tuesday, the sun is making a 0 degree trine to Pluto. That's transformative, and it's making a 0 degree sextile to the moon. And to me, that's transformative for the company in a good way. Okay, let's look at Friday. Did I mention this was a jam-packed week? Look at what's happening with the moon. It's making an opposition to Venus, 0 degrees, and it's making an opposition to the Senate, 0 degrees. This is oppositions are obstacles that are opportunities. I'm not gonna lie. Typically, when the moon is making this exact opposition, we get downside. I'm not gonna lie. However, this is still an opportunity, and this has been a jam-packed week of information for AMC. So this Friday could be very, 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 very interesting. Could be very expansive because we've got a super opportunity here. And I just said it looks like that things are exploding on Thursday of all this build-up energy. So Friday can just be a surge of whatever happened on Thursday. Okay, so I'm not too worried about this opposition, but this typically is a place where the moon brings a little bit of downside. I'm not gonna lie. Now the sun is still making a 0 degree trine to Pluto, and it's hitting the moon still. Mercury is still getting a 0 degree sextile of Venus, still information. Mercury in the sky is still conjunct Mars, 0 degrees, still information. So yes, this week is looking awesome, guys. I would say the overall picture is a lot of justice, a lot of news, a lot of changes with the company branding, reputation, potentially management, some power moves being made with their resources, how they're handling their resources, transformations happening, a lot of behind the scenes activity happening, and a lot of attention just on AMC happening. So I'm going to leave it there. If you guys appreciate this content, go ahead and drop a like. And if you guys don't want to drop a like, I understand. It is all good. If you want to drop a dislike, I like that too, okay? They say if they're not hating, you're not popping. So I think I do need some dislikes out here. And if you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. You hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss any videos. Don't forget to check us out at the Market Moonlord Discord. It is going down. And I have some exciting announcements I want to tell you guys real quick. If you guys go to my site, thebluemoonandneptune.com, just hit Services by the Blue Moon and Neptune. And then I want you guys to check out underneath the Astrology Service, check out the chart rulers. That's going to be me and Emily's brand for when we do our dual readings. Okay, so if you guys want a dual reading from me and Emily, where we'll go over your chart or we'll go over your current transits, or we'll do couple readings, me and Emily got you guys can just go to the site where I just showed you, go under Astrology Services and hit the chart rulers, and then you guys can simply book one of these readings, and you guys will get me and Emily on a Zoom call. We're gonna go and just like we do for the live readings on the show anyway. Okay, we're probably gonna be doing something on Monday for a live show. It's probably going to be going over the 8th house, because the 8th house is going to show you how you use your resources, how you use how you invest, how you research investigation, how you kind of manage your partner's money, your money, other people's money, how you kind of dig for information, how you try to transform your money, how you use your money for transformation, how you want to transform your life. That also is going to show you how risky you may take things, how far you'll take things with your money. Okay, for example, my 8th house is ruled by Venus. Okay, so I love money, first of all. Okay, and I love using other people's money, second of all. Okay, so the stock market, because Venus is other people, right? So the stock market is my shit, because I get to put some of my money in and get some other people's money out. It makes sense to me. Okay, so the 8th house is very, very interesting. Definitely want to understand your 8th house. Definitely want to understand your 8th house in general. Okay, the 8th house and the 12th house are the two most complicated houses of the zodiac, two most misunderstood houses of the zodiac, because it's the Pisces house and the Scorpio house, and you know those motherfuckers are crazy, and I fucking love them. Okay, straight up, I like crazy. I don't like normal. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Shout out to all the Moon Lords. Shout out to everyone that kept holding. RIP all the paper hands. I mean, oh man, I feel sorry for you guys. And if you guys did buy some shares at that like 70 and shit like that, don't worry. We're going to come pick you guys up. Don't worry about that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any thoughts or questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. If you guys have any insight on your own DD, I'm very curious. Don't forget to drop you guys' Twitter in the comments. I will follow you guys. You guys follow each other. And yeah, we'll leave it there. So you're watching The Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Until next time, peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.